हेलो। हेलो।
Yes, sir.
Arpita, I'm edu host. I think something
Yes,
is
sir.
okay. I think something is remaining in last portion. So please continue from your side.
minus 0.839 0.365 kg denoted by B. Aggregate impact value B by A into 100. B is 0.016 kg, A is 0.365 kg into 100. So it is calculate 4.38%. Aggregate impact value should be less than 30. For bituminous surface less than 40 for viscous 45 for cement, concrete, viscous.
So repeat this test and mean value of the two sample is reported as the aggregate impact value. Based on the impact value of aggregate are classified.
हेलो। हेलो।
Hello.
हाँ मैडम, ये शो नहीं कर रहा
हाँ
है अच्छे
हाँ
से।
सर.
हाँ, शो नहीं कर रहा है, क्लियरली शो नहीं कर रहा है।
ओके सर, मैं स्टॉप करके फिर से शेयर करता हूँ.
ओके ओके।
सर अब ठीक है ना?
नहीं, अभी भी वो ब्लड आ रहा है। सबको दिखाई दे रहा है ऐसे ही, या फिर सिर्फ हम ही को दिखाई दे रहा है?
नहीं सर,
सर ब्लर शो कर रहा है।
हाँ हाँ, वही तो मैडम को बोले हैं।
अब क्लियर आ रहा है?
मैम अभी भी वैसा ही है, ब्लर ही दिख रहा है।
तो मैं एक बार बोल दे रही हूँ, ठीक है?
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
Repeat this test.
okay.
Repeat this whole test and the mean of the two sample. Uh, at first sample 1 collected and then sample 2. So mean this sample reported as the aggregate impact value. Based on the impact value, the aggregate are classified 10%, less than 10%, exceptionally strong, 10 to 20% is strong, 10 to 30% satisfactory for road surface, and less than 30, greater than 35%, so weak for the road surface. As per Indian Road Congress has specified the limit for the different type of road construction. Maximum aggregate impact value 30 for bituminous surface. Maximum aggregate impact value 40 for water-bound macadam surface. Maximum aggregate impact value 45 for cement concrete base course. Hello sir.
Okay. Yes.
Hello.
हाँ हाँ.
सर अब कंटिन्यू कीजिए.
Okay. Please make me host. Okay, madam. Thank you. I think you made a good video. So thank you from my side.
Thank you sir.
Okay. So you may leave this meeting.
Okay sir.
Okay. Thank you. So I think I'm discussing about your soundness test. So basically I discuss soundness test is used to check the durability of your aggregates, and also during soundness test we check the resistance of our coarse aggregate against weathering actions, and weathering actions will be many, like thawing, freezing, alternate wetting, drying, many things. Basically the apparatus I used in this test I already discussed. Next is your you already see in apparatus you also see different types of sieve is used in this test. So the sieve size is starting from 63 mm and ends up to 4.75 mm sieve. So basically these are different types of sieve you use in this test. So first one is first step or first procedure is wash and dry. First one is wash and dry. First one is wash and dry the aggregate. First you wash the aggregate on which durability of that aggregate is used to check wash and dry the aggregate. First one is wash and dry the aggregate. Wash and dry the aggregate which is retained on 4.75 mm sieve. Wash and dry the aggregate retained on 4.75 mm sieve. 4.75 mm sieve. 5 mm sieve. So first step is wash and dry the coarse aggregate which is retained on 4.75 mm sieve and dry on oven up to a temperature of 1052 1010 degree Celsius. 1010 degree Celsius. So basically this statement is saying the minimum or the least sieve size which is used in this test is 4.75 mm. So on SEP test we use 6.3 mm sieve. Here we use 4.75 mm sieve. Next step is sieve the dry sample. Next step is sieve the next step is you already here you wash and dry the aggregate which is written on 4.75 mm sieve. Then again you sieve the dry sample and separate out the different size of fraction. Next one is you sieve all the aggregates. Next one is you sieve all the aggregates. So here you see we have different sizes of sieves. First sieve, I think here is your second sieve, here is your another sieve, here is your another sieve with different size, here is your another sieves with different size. These are the different types of different kinds of sieve which you use in this test. So starting from 63 mm and least or the bottom sieve is 4.75 mm sieve. So basically sieve the sample or sieve the aggregates and separate the different size of aggregate and separate out different size of aggregate. From here you separate out different size of aggregates. Basically you separate out different size or different fraction of your aggregate. Here you see from 63 on 50 how much quantity of your sieve, how much quantity of your aggregate will be written. You separate out these fractions of aggregate. Here also you separate out the fraction of aggregate. Here also you separate out the fraction of aggregate which is retained on this particular sieves. So basically you separate out these aggregates. Next is third step is take these individuals aggregate in wire mesh bucket. Here is your wire mesh bucket. Here is your basically wire mesh bucket. Here is your wire mesh bucket. The size of mesh is less than 4.75 mm, because if the size of this mesh is greater than 4.75 mm, then these aggregates which we placed in this bucket will flow from this bucket. So basically this is your wire mesh bucket. So take individual sample in this wire mesh bucket. Basically we put this sample, we take this sample and put these aggregates and put these aggregates and put these aggregates in this wire mesh bucket. The fraction or the bit which is written on these sieves will be taken individually and filled in this wire mesh bucket. Basically, we fill one fraction of aggregate in this wire mesh bucket. Wire mesh bucket is filled with the aggregate. And we put and then we put a solution of sodium sulfate, solution of Na2SO4. Then we put the solution of Na2SO4 or We may use solution of Na2SO4 or we may use solution of MgSO4. So we use solution of MgSO4. Take individual samples in wire mesh which is written on the sieve and fill the wire mesh bucket with the aggregate and put the solution of MgSO4 or Na2SO4, that means sodium sulfate or magnesium sulfate, for a period of 16 to 18 hours. So in this wire mesh bucket, we put individual aggregate, and in that aggregate, we put solution of Na2SO4 and hello. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think due to network error. Mute from your side. I think someone is unmute, so please mute from your side. So this is your wire mesh bucket, and we put individual fractions of aggregate which is written on our sieve. So basically, this is the handle of our wire mesh bucket. So we put the aggregate in this wire mesh bucket, and we put our aggregates which is written on a particular fraction of sieve. We put all aggregates in this wire mesh bucket. So just we fill this bucket with our aggregates. Okay. Then we put in this bucket a solution of MgSO4 or Na2SO4. We dip these aggregates for a period of 16 to 18 hours with the solution of Na2SO4 or MgSO4. We put Na2SO4. We do not put Na2SO4 and MgSO4 at the same time. We may use the solution of Na2SO4. So basically, this is your wire mesh bucket. This bucket or basket, we put our aggregates. In this bucket, we also use our solution of Na2SO4. We do not use Na2SO4 and MgSO4 at the same time. So basically, these are our aggregates. We put the solution of Na2SO4 Na2SO4 2SO4 and not and or MgSO4 or MgSO4. We just dip our aggregate with this solution for a period of 16 to 18 hours. 16 to 18 hours. So first we wash the aggregates, then dry our coarse aggregate which is retained on 4.75 mm sieve and dry up to a temperature of 105 to 1110 degrees Celsius. Then sieve the sample, then take individual samples in wire mesh basket and put the solution of sodium sulfate or magnesium sulfate in that wire mesh bucket in which our aggregate is present. We put our aggregate in a solution of Na2SO4 or MgSO4 for a period of 16 to 18 hours. after completion of 16 to 18 hour, that means after this period 16 to 18 hour period, remove the sample from the solution. So basically we take out our samples, that means we remove our aggregates from this basket, we take out our